Hi guys, welcome to a new Florida tips video. So this is going to be a general tips video of what we've learned.
Theme park hacks, tips that aren't specific to a particular park but are just useful when you're actually in the parks. And it's things that we've learned that most people, or some people, don't always do. You'll see when we go through them all.
If you've been to Disney loads of times, you may think, well, actually I knew that one, but then hopefully be a few that you thought, oh, actually that's a new one.
Yeah.
Right, so let's get straight on with it. And number one is, some people will say this is an obvious one, but it's get to the parks early to avoid the crowds.
Preferably when the doors open. And you will get crowds, but when they all mingle and disperse in the park, you'll find that the general crowds around certain areas like rides and things like that are a lot lower than what they are during the day.
Especially at Universal, we went to Universal. If you're an annual pass holder, you can get an hour early. We didn't even have to use that.
Yeah.
We got there about 9:30, say, and we went straight
it was
to
dead. There was nobody there.
Went straight to everything Harry Potter World. Did the 2 big rides, and then could have got on everything. So obviously, the earlier you get there, the better. But for Universal, I wouldn't say you need to be there like a rope drop type thing.
And I would also say as well, if you can, break the parks up into half days rather than full days, because what you'll do is you'll get there 9 o'clock in the morning, and then you'll be thinking, oh, I've got to wait another 7 hours for the fireworks.
Yeah,
you don't have to do that, just break it up. Decide to do half day at Epcot, afternoon at Epcot, morning at Epcot, afternoon at Magic Kingdom, and spread them around like that. You'll feel a lot less exhausted.
That'll work with my Disney, because you'll pay $25 to get in, and then you can go to any parks. It won't work if you've not got annual passes. So, you know, if you go to Island Adventure, you're going to have to pay car parking for Epcot if you decided to go to Epcot in the afternoon.
Yeah, if you mix Disney and Universal, it's going to cost more in car parking. But if you're going to do a Disney park, you pay once and all 4 parks are free for the day.
Yeah, obviously it depends on time as well. If you've only got 2 weeks there, you're going to try and spend the whole day at the parks, but you probably will be knackered at the end of it.
Yeah. So I would probably actually say another one to squeeze in there is probably, if you can do 3 weeks, then do 3 weeks and have a week. Use the other week to put in rest days between.
But that's obviously,
it comes down to cost as well, doesn't it?
Time, yeah.
But and you've got 14 days to spread over 21.
Yeah,
then.
we've only been once for 3 weeks, but the extra week was just such a great advantage. Right, number two, please.
When you went to the parks, everybody instinctively goes into the park and turns left. And
clockwise. And
everybody does it. If you watch the crowd, they all do it. Very few people go in the parks and turn right. So if you can do it, then go anti-clockwise around the park.
And yeah, there you go. So in Magic Kingdom, go off to Frontierland instead of going to Adventureland.
Frontierland?
Oh, no,
Tomorrowland.
Tomorrowland instead of going to Frontierland.
Yeah, and in Epcot, go to Canada and do it the opposite way.
Yeah, although we never do.
It wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be right.
It feel right.
It wouldn't be right.
Going to Epcot and going do that. Maybe we'll have to.
Canada's for us is your end. Do you know what I mean?
That's only when we're drinking the world.
But Epcot, you've not really got issues with crowds because it's mainly shopping and just sites around World Showcase, isn't it?
But Magic Kingdom, definitely try and go the other way around.
Yeah, I mean, when we do go in Universal, we actually start and go right, don't we? In Universal Studios, we don't go straight on.
I don't know why. Yeah. So maybe Universal Studios do it the other way around.
Do the opopposite of what everybody else does, and you'll get on things a lot faster.
Yeah. Or even maybe go straight to the back of the park and then
work your way back. Then you've got 2 halves to do.
Like Nick says, then always try and do what everybody else
isn't doing.
Yes. Or yeah, do the opposite of what everybody else is doing.
So don't follow the crowd, basically. Is that the tip?
Right. Number 3. Go on the rides when the fireworks and shows are on. Which again may sound like an obvious one, but everybody flocks, say Magic Kingdom, to the castle when the fireworks are on. So if you've already seen the fireworks, then forget about them for one night and go on all the rides.
Same thing for Universal as well.
There's still queues, but not as many.
The standby times though, when the fireworks are on, the standby times tend to be not accurate. They don't ever reduce them. It takes a long period before the queues go down, so they don't until they reduce the standby time. So what you need to do is just ignore them and just get in the queue, and you'll be absolutely fine.
Which is also part of this one, is go on rides close to closing time. Now we discovered that when we went to Animal Kingdom. We were just going around Pandora at night, weren't we, just to check it out.
And it said the standby was 90 minutes, but it was 10 minutes before the park closed.
Flight of passage.
Yeah.
And we just happened to be walking past and it said 90 minutes.
And you went, oh
and I'm
no.
like, oh no, not 90 minutes.
And I said, come on, we'll try.
Yeah.
And we walked straight on. We never
not
stopped.
Not quite straight on. We had to go through all the queues and we stopped
but we
a couple of times.
We never stopped.
A couple of times, but hardly anything.
Disney aren't going to kick you out of the queue if they think that you've been stood there queuing for 2 hours.
Well, I think not.
They
They have never had for us. And the other one on getting on rides quicker is actually this came from one of our viewers who mentioned this in the comments. Single riders at Universal. I don't think Disney have single riders, but Universal have a single riders queue. We've never used it, have we?
No, because we've always wanted to sit side by side.
Yeah, but as we keep going back and back, and we've done something like, I don't know, the Mummy, we may go on a single rider to get on quick.
But when you think about it, when the ride's going, you're not looking at each other.
No,
you're just sat there screaming.
Yeah.
Whether it's somebody else you're
as long as
screaming
you
with.
don't mind sitting next to somebody when you screech in your
I don't care. I don't care.
So single riders, you'll get on a lot quicker as long as you don't mind.
Especially at Halloween Horror Nights and things like that as well.
Yeah. I guess people who run solo trips know this already. Number 4, take snacks and water into the parks to save money.
So on your way to the parks in the morning, call at Walmart, Walgreens, whatever your favourite place is. You can't take warm foods, but you can take snacks, crisps, sandwiches, things like that. You'll save a fortune on buying them and quick serve.
I'm not sure about babies' warm food. I'm guessing you can take babies what you can heat up. I'm not sure.
Not sure.
We've never looked into that, but yeah, you can take a little picnic. So you can take sandwiches, crisps, bottles of water.
You can't take glass. So if you drink a glass, you can't take a glass bottle and they'll make you leave it behind.
And it does save a lot of money because let's all face it, Disney food is expensive.
Yeah, $3.30 a bottle for one bottle of water, whereas $3.30 will get you 40 bottles in Walmart.
Yeah, it's just sometimes you just think I can't be bothered carrying all that around with me. So. Yeah. But
the other thing is as well is buy it the night before and freeze it, and then put the frozen water into your bag, and it will basically be a nice drink all day.
Yeah, wrap a face towel around it, and then you've got a nice cold towel.
Yep.
Number 5, use the Disney and Universal apps. I'll let Nick explain that one, but for some people it's obvious, for some people it's not.
Back in the day, before they had the My Disney experience on the Universal app, you basically didn't know what the rides queues were until you got there, and you just had to go and either queue or you went and used the old FastPass paper system. Now you know what the status of the parks are before you even leave. Before you even set off from home, you can tell how busy it is just from the ride queues, can't you?
You regularly look while we're here, don't you? Just to see what's going on.
Soaring's always like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So
I wish I could go on right now. So always use the Disney parks, especially the Disney apps and the Universal apps, especially the Disney one because you can obviously book your fast passes.
And even if your mobile doesn't work abroad, you can still take it into the park and connect to their free Wi-Fi, and it will actually work through their free Wi-Fi.
It is invaluable. A lot of people don't know that. Like my family never used it once, I don't think, in January, but we were just always checking things.
We'd have struggles with text messages.
Always use the Disney and the Universal apps. Number 6, carry ponchos. Again,
make this your first task the minute you land in Florida.
Again,
because it will rain.
It seems obvious, but we didn't do it.
No.
And we got caught out.
It will rain in Florida. You think you're going to go to a sunshine state, but it will rain, and it will rain heavy, and you will get caught in it. So go to Walmart, get yourself a poncho. I think they're $1.37, something like that.
You can get really cheap ones, or you can get a little more deluxe for about $2, $3.
Yeah.
We got caught out. If you saw our Animal Kingdom vlog in March, we rope dropped. We got on all the Pandora rides. We were going to have a full day there,
and then boom!
It absolutely rammed it down with rain.
And it did it for hours.
We hadn't got a jacket, nothing. We went to go and buy a poncho in Animal Kingdom. It was $12, I think, per poncho, and
versus $1 for a really cheap one.
We just wouldn't do it. We were tight.
So we stood and drip dried, didn't we? I got wet and drip dried.
From that day on, I took a poncho for each of us every day. We didn't actually. In fact, I think we did use it in Animal Kingdom again another day.
Yeah. So when we go to Walmart in October, the first thing we'll do is when we go and get his bread and his milk, we will go and get our ponchos at the same time.
Buy Brenda and my mum and everybody.
Yeah.
It's invaluable that.
Yeah.
Because the ponchos keep you so dry, you don't mind then. Other people are running off because they forgot the ponchos, but you can just go around.
And if you've got a poncho, it's actually a better time to ride the rides as well, because a lot of people are hiding in doorways and things like that, and the ride queues tend to drop to nothing.
Yeah. And apparently it's a really good time to go on the jungle, safari.
Jungle Cruise and Safari, because we wore ponchos on both of them.
Yeah, it's a really good time to go on the Safari at Animal Kingdom, because apparently when it's raining, all the animals come out.
Okay, next one.
Number 7. Ooh, this is one of our favourite ones.
This is my favourite, definitely.
The SeaWorld Dining plan. Now let me have a look.
Discovered this purely by accident.
Yeah, we didn't know it were on until we got into the park.
And we found our own way of manipulating it, let's just say.
Again, if you want sort of like a visual show of it, look at our SeaWorld video from March because we filmed every meal that we got.
Yeah.
So I've got the prices here. It's $39.99 per adult, and adults is from 10 upwards, and it's $19.99 per child, and children are from 3 till 9. And if you want to add wine or beer with that, it's $54.99.
And this is unlimited food. You can have a 3-course meal and an alcoholic drink for the $54 one for every hour for every time that you're in the park. So if you get there 8 in the morning and you leave 8 at night, you're going to have 12 3-course meals.
Which is what we're planning on doing in October.
It is. But we're only going to buy it one per couple.
We shared. So,
and there's definitely enough food for probably 3 to 4 people. Easily.
Cool, yeah.
Easily.
So we paid $54.99, didn't we, because you wanted a beer.
Beer.
But also, when Nick was getting a beer, you also could get a water, couldn't you?
You got a water and a beer, because you got the original plan and the beer plan, but you've got all the drinks. So you got a drink, I got a drink, and we both basically had the meals.
Yeah. So, I mean,
it's a no-brainer.
It is.
And the food is actually quite good as well. There's like Chineses, there's grills, there's chicken, there's salads, there's...
I'm really excited to try that.
Actually, I'm not bothered about the rides, I just want to go to do the dining plan.
Yeah, so that is fantastic, because obviously Disney and Universal prices for food is very high. Yeah. So it's surprising that SeaWorld do that, and it's a fantastic deal.
We actually added, I think we added up what we would have paid every time we went for a meal, and I think we did about 8, didn't we? It was around $30 to $40 for what we would have purchased, but we got it included in the plan.
And then obviously we didn't know about that, so we turned up at SeaWorld midday. When we go in October, we'll be there at 8 a.m.
We'll be there at 8 o'clock.
We'll be knocking on the door like, what's the first one?
And I always set my alarm so you know when you can go back. Because if you leave it an hour and a half, it's then still an hour from the minute you use it. So you're better off setting an alarm to say, right, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and so on and so on. Just to maximise it.
I imagine my dad and uncle are going to love that.
Yeah, they'll not be bothered about anything in SeaWorld other than the food. Yeah.
Right, number 8. Now, I'll let Nick do this one. It's free Wi-Fi and walkie-talkies in the park.
Right. So, years and years ago, when you used to go to Florida, they used to sell walkie-talkies, so your family basically had a handset.
We used to get them from Walmart.
Yeah, you could walk around the parks and you could split off, and somebody could be on one ride and somebody could somewhere else, and you could talk to each other on a walkie-talkie. Now, that's a bit antiquated because some of the parks are that big now that the walkie-talkies don't work for the whole range. So now, if you go to the parks, even if you've not got Wi-Fi, even if you've not got data on your mobile contract abroad, take your mobile phone with you, install an app called Zello, install it all before you go, and you can actually use your mobile phone as a walkie-talkie to talk to your family or across the entire park. Nice. And if everybody logs onto the Wi-Fi and it doesn't work over distance, it works over the internet. So one person could be in Epcot and one person could be in Magic Kingdom, and you could be talking to each other as if it was a walkie-talkie.
Yeah, that's Zello. It's Zello.
It's available for Android and on Apple.
Yeah, download it now and try it. Because when we were in Spain with Jackie and Richard, we used it there to talk to each other.
Yeah, you can create groups or you can message individual people.
It's really good.
And it works just like a walkie-talkie.
You just press a button on your phone, talk, and everybody else who's got it installed hears it. So you don't have to actually call each other. You just press a button and it works.
It's fabulous.
It's absolutely brilliant. Hello, are you there? Are you there? And then you'll be able to hear it from the phone.
Yeah.
So try it when you're at home, get used to it, and then use it in the parks, just in case you lose each other.
Yeah. And as we said when we said the Disney apps and the Universal apps, there is free Wi-Fi in the park, so it's definitely worth taking your phone. So even if you don't have a data plan, just take your phone with you anyway, because you can connect to the Wi-Fi, and that means you can basically use WhatsApp. So you can WhatsApp, you can Facebook Messenger, you could video call in, you could call your parents at home while you're in the parks using WhatsApp Messenger or Facebook Messenger. Yeah. All totally free, there's no charges or anything like that, and it's definitely worth it if you can get onto free Wi-Fi.
Okay, definitely. And well, everybody's got a phone these days, so
they do
definitely use it. And another part of that tip actually is a lot of people asked us what plans we're on, because they always saw us on as mobile phones. I'm on a 3 go roam, which means I can use my phone in America just as if I was at home, and so I've got like unlimited calls.
Yeah, and up to 12 gig of data. I'm on an EE Max plan, which is not available anymore, but I believe they do something similar now, and it works exactly the same as the 3. You can use it abroad up to 12 gig of data, unlimited minutes and text to call home.
Yeah. Right, number 9. This is one of our favourite ones, which we only discovered in March. Where to watch the fireworks at Magic Kingdom for free without actually having to go into the park.
So even if you don't do Disney, you can still enjoy the fireworks.
You don't have to have a ticket. for Disney.
No tickets are necessary. No. So if you go to Florida, and I can imagine that some people will do this.
Some people just go and do Universal because they ain't got much time. So you can go and do this. So again, if you've seen our March videos, one of the places is the Polynesian Resort Beach.
On the beach, which is directly across from Magic Kingdom. They pipe the sound that's playing in the park throughout the beach area, so you can stand there and listen to the music and watch the fireworks. The only thing you can't see is the projections on the castle because you're too far away.
Not too bad.
But you are there for the fireworks at the end of the day.
And when we were on that beach watching the fireworks in March, the second time, somebody proposed to his girlfriend and everybody cheered.
Is that what they were cheering at?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
The other places are, there's the Grand Floridian. If you go to the restaurant,
there's a little deck area at the side of the Narcoosseas. You can go to the end of there.
So you don't have to be going to the restaurant, but we did.
Yeah. But if you are dining at the restaurant, then you have a private viewing area for the fireworks.
Grand Floridian is slightly better view because you get closer.
You're closer, but it's still a side view. And the last one is the Contemporary Resort from the restaurant on the top floor.
No, we haven't actually seen it from there.
Yeah.
But
my understanding is it is an obstructed view. It's not an obstructed view, it's a side view. So the restaurant's there and the fireworks are there. Yeah. So you can still see it, you've just got to turn sideways.
Yeah. And if you want to have a meal and watch the fireworks, then book it at the California Grill, the Polynesian Ohana's, or Narcoosseas at Grand Floridian.
And I believe if you eat at the Contemporary Resort as well, if you have a buffet lunch during the day, you can actually use your receipt and take it back at night to be able to get onto the terrace.
That's good. Okay, number 10 is one you may or may not know. You get free parking at Universal after 6 p.m.
Except on Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah, so that's to let people mainly into City Walk without having to pay. But in the summer, the parks don't close till what, 8, 9 o'clock?
8, 9 o'clock, something like that.
You can go in for free, and as long as you've got a ticket, obviously, and get into the parks.
Yep.
Without paying for parking.
Yep.
Number 11 is Magic Kingdom birthday badges. Again, we didn't know about this until January. It may be obvious for some people, but you go into the Magic Kingdom, you go into the, is it called City Square?
Yeah, turn left. First building on the left-hand side.
They've got boxes filled with different badges, so there's
anniversary,
first time at Disney, magic, sort of birthdays, celebrating something. You just stick them on, walk around, and
cast members will hound you.
Yeah, Nick put birthday on when it was his birthday in April, and the cast members just shout, "Happy birthday, happy birthday!"
I took it off after 3 hours.
And if you put it on little kiddies, the characters pay more attention.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people put birthday ones on when it's not the birthday, but
yeah,
always go there. We get loads of badges, don't we? Right, the next one is a quick one that we learned while we were there, is when you're in Magic Kingdom, if there's something going off down Main Street, like a parade, it gets a bit busy and you can't move, but you might want to get to the other end of Main Street.
Well, they block the road off, so all the crowd's going to the pavement, so you literally can't move.
So I said to Nick, right, let's walk through all these shops. So in City Square, I think it's
Main Street USA.
And Main Street USA is there. Go into a shop on the left and you can get from the very start all the way through the shop right to the back where the
without exiting
the Crystal Palace is, and you bypass all of Main Street and you come out at the end.
And it's air-conned.
Yeah.
So it's nice and cool.
Of course you can buy a few things as you go through.
Yeah, so it might be quicker to just keep through the crowds.
Right, so we've got 2 more left, and these aren't actually park tipped, but I wanted to add them on because a lot of people have been asking about them. So the first one is how to get this lovely Disney screensaver on your TV. So obviously if you've stayed in a Disney resort, you'll know what it is. You get that on the TVs in the Disney resort when you wake up. It tells you all the information about when the parks are open.
So if you want to put that on your TV, then go to YouTube and type WDW space today. Not the word space, so WDW today, and then there's different versions, and they've all got music that accompanies it. It's actually turned down at the moment in Howard's,
but it plays Soaring and stuff like that.
It will make you feel like you're back in Disney.
When it plays Soaring, I'm like, yay! It's not actually done by Disney. People have, I don't know how they've done it.
I think what people have done is when they've actually stayed in Disney, they've cabled the HDMI cable up to their laptops and just recorded the output.
Yeah. So it's not live information.
No.
But it is good. It's good.
But they do keep regular ones going up there, like one from March, one from May, and they just keep updating it because the music changes and obviously the park times and things like that. But it's just there. I'm just going to my. I'm just saying, where are you going?
I'm going. So the next bit, the final tip is, I haven't updated it today. People keep asking us where we get this from, our Disney countdown. It's not updated unfortunately at the minute, but It's from?
It's from The Gift Company, which is a UK chain of shops, and they sell these in The Gift Company. So they do have them on eBay and Amazon, similar ones, but this particular one is sold by The Gift Company.
If you go to their website, it tells you a list of stores all around the country, where your closest one is, and you'll be able to go and buy one.
And I think they were £5 we paid?
Yeah, £5.
£5.
Yeah.
Comes with a little stick of chalk and a blackboard, and you just scrub it open, update it each day, and it's actually 8 to 9 days for us today.
Woo-hoo. So that's it, guys. I hope you found some of that useful. If you've got any tips of your own, as we always say, please put them in the comments below. I do read them all, and I have got some tips.
And if you do want to share them with other people, join our Facebook group, which is the Lodge Guys Orlando group.
Yep.
There's about 1,500 members on there. Everybody's sharing information daily. We're getting more tips from there than what we've discovered ourselves, and some quite good hacks as well.
Yeah. So, if you're not already a subscriber and you've just come to this video to learn about Disney, please click on the subscribe button. It really helps us out when you become a lodger. Hit the like button, click the notification bell, and we shall see you tomorrow for a new vlog.